because the problem is we get data for on-label areas. So as I understand it, Relfydess is on label for glabella and lateral canthal lines. Fine. So we don't have any patterns or depth or dose given to us in the study to talk about frontalis.
Right.
And so obviously in our real clinical practice, we're going to go and treat these areas because our patients need it and want it, and that's what they had before. Yeah. So it's kind of on us to intuitively work out where if it's 50 units in a glabella on label, it should translate to a similar dose but spread out for a forehead. Yeah. But we've tried that with other products like Lativo, Nuceiva, and other ones that have come on the market, and sometimes that doesn't work. Yeah. So like you said, Mikey, I think frontalis is the hardest one to introduce a new toxin to, because it's not just dose, it's the diffusion profile we don't understand until we start using it. So I guess if you had to relate Relfydess to Dysport, which, anecdotally we all talk about being a more diffusely spreading particle or product, Nuceiva being a more targeted one, where does Relfydess kind of perform?
I feel like it's sort of somewhere between Botox and Dysport. It's a little bit more than Botox, a little bit less than Dysport in my experience. And like you said, the on-label, off-label thing is difficult because, when you have to teach on label, suddenly you're doing doses that you just wouldn't normally do. I very rarely would put 10 and 10 in a lower lateral canthal line. That's just Simon Cowell. Not that he's had anything, but that kind of, I'm happy, but I'm not happy. And then there's overdosing frontalis. So it's been a bit of a journey. And then like you said, Jake, so in Halo, Michael Caine taught me many years ago to hyperdilute my foreheads with Botox. And I've actually done that for 15 years. I've never not diluted a forehead until Relfydess. So that's another interesting thing. I'm using it as is in its liquid form because the volume is more. I don't really need to. But with Dysport, I would hyperdilute it.